More of that a little later. So first of all, thank you, Reverend Jim, for that beautiful sermon this morning. And speaking of joy and music, what a day. And we're so delighted to be honoring you today, Barb. So good morning. My name is Ann Walker-Langard. This is my good friend, Deb Magnuson. We're celebrating the retirement of Barb, who's been on the staff here for 33 years. Pretty remarkable. Deb and I have had the privilege and the fun and what I guess I'd call the thrill of singing under the baton of Barb off and on over these last 33 years. I know that everyone here today, in person and online, appreciates the beauty and the inspiration Barb has brought to the First Unitarian Society through music. You've touched all of us. You've helped us celebrate together and sometimes grieve together through the expression of music. And we thank you.
This is such a bittersweet experience. We're so happy to be honoring you, Barb, for all your gifts of music to the First Unitarian Society, yet sad to say goodbye to someone who has shared her many talents, endless hours of time, her sense of fun, and her deep, insightful being with all of us for so long. In the next half hour, you and Barb will hear music tributes along with some surprises. Yeah, so Barb, yeah. There are some people here online who would like to sing for you. Ann Langard put out a call a month or so ago for Singers for Barb, and a group of Chalice Choir and First Unitarian Choir singers came together a few weeks ago for one secret rehearsal and videotaping, ably conducted by Paul Riedesel and accompanied by Martha Hardesty. Now, none of us have either seen nor heard this video, and it may not meet your performance standards. But, Barb, we had a great time doing it, and we sang with love. Though I gotta say, there was a bit of COVID anxiety that went on with it, like, oh my God, I haven't sung in 2 years. But we did our best. And this first piece, When We Are Singing, is really meaningful for all of us. When we are singing, we are bound together, sharing, free to be. We bring change and peace.
Thanks, Paul and everyone. Well, what can you say about a 33-year career? From organist to keyboardist to choir director to music director. Now, we would have had Barb play the organ today, but it's so severely out of tune at this point that it's going to take us a while to get that sucker back in order. And, no one's going to push those pedals like you again, that's for sure. I hasten to point out that the job description suggestions through the Unitarian Universalist Association for this position are 3 distinct job positions. You can look it up, right? She is a music director, choir director, and accompanist. 3 distinct job descriptions. And no, Barb cannot be replaced. Thanks so much for Rev Jim's reflections on music. The visual artist Vasily Kandinsky said, "To harmonize the whole is the task of art." To harmonize the whole is the task of art. Harmonizing means a lot of different things in the various art forms. The many moods of Barb here. Harmonizing means a lot of different things in the various art forms and also in a congregational setting. How do we harmonize in a congregational setting? And that's a big question. And thinking of it from that perspective, suddenly we realize that harmony permeates, or doesn't, everything we do as a part of a congregation. From the harmony of the space we are in, to the harmony of the voices singing, the experience of those who have been here for a generation now and more, and those who come, maybe you're here for the first time. You're experiencing the harmony of this place. To harmonize the whole is the task of art. Barb Brooks has carried that challenge for more than 30 years. Changing ministers, and that ain't easy. Changing staff, changing musical tastes. This has been a generation, after all the while living her own life, her own dreams, her own joys and sorrows. We have come to expect Barb's cheerfulness. Notice how many smiles there are up there. We have come to expect that cheerfulness every Sunday. Also, we have come to expect Barb's amazing talents. I don't know how that music comes out of that thing over there. I do know that it is the work of a lifetime. And that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We have also come to expect Barb's ideas and inspiration. When we talk every week, we have to come up with something. That's the thing about congregational life. There's always a Sunday coming. And Barb has been through that for a long time and has certainly helped me because I have no musical abilities or talents or knowledge whatsoever. The Great Speckled Bird by Roy Acuff is about as far as I go, frankly. But I do like Satie, it's true. I heard him on the radio once, I guess, apparently, right? I won't say that Barb leaves big shoes to fill, because her shoes cannot be filled. Her legacy is simply too large. Whatever happens next can't be anything like Barb's time here. That's simply impossible. We have to go back to the beginning and ask, how do we harmonize the whole and find that task in art? Someone or someones can take her place, yep, but no one can ever replace Barb. And I think we can all say thank you for the wonderful memories. Jeff Sterling, who is moving a little bit slowly, but Jeff, another of our wonderful musical factors here. Let's take it away.
Thank you very much, David. I apologize for having my back to the room, but my mobility is a little bit limited these days, but it's getting better. I'm here speaking on behalf of many folks on the instrumental side of music here at FUS, and naturally what occurs to me right away is that age-old debate. Is it the words or is it the music that come first? But fortunately, here at FUS, we don't have to choose, because Barb, as music director for these many years, values both the unique characteristics of both the instrumental music and vocal music, both alone and in combination. You can be assured that at FUS, music is always going to be greater than the sum of the parts that have put it together. As I say, I'm representing many generations of instrumental musicians who have been part of the society here. I was impressed when I first came 11 years ago, just a drop in the bucket, right, compared to Barb's time here. The number of instrumentalists, some of them members of the society, but some not, but who had volunteered and come to be part of the music program here over the years at FUS, giving of their time to support the efforts to make music part of the humanist experience. And since 1953, I had some help on the history here, when Tom Nee became the first music director of the First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, a chamber orchestra and a FUS chorus have been part of the regular calendar here at FUS, starting out apparently as musical sermons. That sounds very formal, moving through Composer Sundays, Composer Sundays, and finally Music Sundays is how I learned about this music program. But a constant feature has always been a strong narrative thread throughout the programming here at FUS. It's not just about giving a concert every few weeks or every few months, but to have music be part of the intellectual journey and emotional journey that we all go through in our lives. So working with Barb over these 11 years has been amazing. I'll just give a little insight to the process. It would start with an extensive brainstorming session with an emphasis perhaps on storm. We often had little more than a string of words or a glimmer of an idea, but out of that, a narrative thread would emerge from our tangled ideas. And it was wonderful to engage in that process over these many years. Barb has never been afraid to engage with the timely and the serious. Music was not always a diversion. I remember the commissioning of a wonderful piece called The Poem of Innocence by Jan Gilbert that dealt with the trauma and tragedy of the genocide in Rwanda. Another program engaged directly with the tragic murder of Matthew Shepard. And throughout all of this, Barb has made an effort to center voices that are often left on the margins, whether they be the experience of exiles or a program from November of 2018 that was all about women, words, and wisdom, which brought together poets like Maya Angelou and other composers. We've also been blessed by Barb's talent for attracting guest artists. I remember particularly Barbara Berlovitz, well-known actor here in the Twin Cities, who came to share a morning of Shakespeare with us, reading the sonnets and lines from the plays with the music of Shakespeare's contemporaries and subsequent composers. But it's not all traditional here, is it? And Barb's out-of-the-box thinking was constantly on display. I think maybe some of you will remember when this center aisle here was graced by tango dancers as part of a wonderful program of global dancing. So to go along with the seriousness, I think you'd have to say there's a certain amount of whimsy at the root of the music program here, and Barb is a big part of that. I remember standing here at the front, looking up into the FUS chorus and seeing Don Barbie with a big loud bow tie singing music from Willy Wonka, evoking the pure imagination that is music. But Barb's focus on the new and new ideas, new composers, new approaches has always been a gift. But I think in closing, I would say that in all of the musical choices and all the musical programs I've been part of over these years with Barb, is that her commitment to the uplifting power of music, to the transcendence that we can experience both as a group and as individuals through an authentic emotional connection to music, is something that is just to be treasured and valued. And for that, I will remember, and I hope you will too, the accomplishments of the music program under Barb's inspired leadership. At this point, Martha Hardesty will be moving to the piano to share with us some music.
I just needed to check if that was Beethoven. When we think Beethoven and Barb all together, it was just his birthday. Thank you, Martha. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, Wednesday evenings. This building really comes alive with chorus singers. We have dozens who gather at 6 o'clock, or just about a dozen for the Chalice Choir, and then at 7 o'clock, what we call the varsity choir. gathers, which is a larger group at 7 o'clock. And what makes these rehearsals special, of course, is Barb. She brings fun, she brings friendship, she brings, importantly, her opinion and her passion about what is going on in the world, and it really does inspire the music. It helps us all both learn the music together and feel the music together, and we thank you.
Barb, I was a lot younger and a soprano when you came to FUS 33 years ago. Yeah. Now I'm an alto and a grandma. For so many of us who have sung with you over the years, Wednesday nights have been a constant in the rest of our hectic lives. Being able to come together to make music, to express ourselves differently than we do the whole rest of the week, is a gift. And how fortunate we all have been to make music of such high caliber, led by one of the Twin Cities' top musicians, well-respected musicians. It has always been a mark of your choral leadership that the music must say something significant. It has to mean something. And these next two songs, How Can I Keep From Singing and We Would Be One, mean a lot to us because of you and through the friendships we've shared.
I do want to thank everyone who was willing to come in for that. One of the great tragedies of COVID has been what it's done to live music, and so we really appreciate that you were able to do that. 2 months ago, we had no idea what COVID would look like right now, so people came in to do that recording. Thank you very much, and again, thanks to Paul. Barb Lutz, if you will please come forward, representing First Unitarian Society's Board of Trustees. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Hello, FUS. Greetings to all my friends and colleagues in Minneapolis. You are in my heart always. Special greetings and congratulations to Barbara Brooks on the occasion of your retirement. What a long and fruitful relationship it has been. I remember during my first year of ministry at First Unitarian, when Carrie Franklin relocated, and all of us quickly agreed that we did not need to search for a new music director if you were willing to take us on. Thank goodness that you did. Working with you and later with Gabriela Diaz-Alatrista was one of the great highlights of my time in the Twin Cities. I so appreciated your talent and artistry and your support of excellence in the worship life of our congregation. I often miss that glorious organ. I wish you much joy and many new adventures in your next chapter, and I thank you for the time that we had together. I'm confident that the congregation and the choir will carry on, but I also know that it won't be the same platform without you on it. I also know that I am only one of many who have reason to be grateful for your gifts and your many years of dedication to this congregation. Have a lovely celebration and a grand new year to you all.
Good morning, everybody. I'm representing the Board of Trustees at the First Unitarian Society. And, there have been a lot of different boards and composition of boards over the last 33 years. And, one of the steady things here at FUS has been the music program. And also, what draws people to FUS. I've had many people, I've only been a member for 15 years, many people have talked about how important the music program is. My background is a music therapist. I worked in schools as a music therapist for quite a few years. And one of the things that's so great about what Barb has done is the integration of words and music. That's vital to things like music therapy. Music is important, words are important, but together they amplify each other. And one of the things I've really liked about what you've done over the years, so many times you've gotten up before you've played something and talked about the background of it. You know, explain what the context is and how important, you know, it is in relation to not just the music, but how it fits in everything. And I just think that and you've also done things like, you know, you've led the congregation in rounds and in new music, contemporary music out of the Blue Book. And it's just been a wonderful experience. And all good things have to come to an end. You know, people retire. And so, you know, we just wish you the best in your new endeavors. And we just have, the board has just a little token of appreciation, and it has to do with music and pets. So, yeah, you can look at it.
It's a scarf with cats and music.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, Barb. And thanks to Ann and Deb for pulling this together. Yes, Ann is a genius at keeping things in order, and thanks for calling me on that a while ago, and pulling this together. It's been a long time happening because we had to figure out how to do the logistics of this. Also, you have given some money to wish Barb a happy retirement, and wow, that decimal point, look at $3,120. Barb, would you like to say a few words? Okay.
Wow. You know, I was thinking, Jeff, thank you for your love. I mean, thank you, everyone. Ann, Deb, Martha, Paul, all the choir people, David, Barb. I have to say, I was thinking as I'm sort of squirming during this because I don't love the attention placed on me when I don't have my friends in front of me, which is my piano and a music stand or singers or instrumentalists. We don't hide behind them, but they are something that we love and are comfortable with. So to have nothing, this is vulnerable for me. And I just want to say, I can't really put words on how much it has meant to me to be a part of this congregation for this many years. I mean, I just want to say thank you, and that I truly love you, and will miss this as a very important family in my life, and I hope I continue to see many of you, because it's a huge chapter and a door I'm closing. And as we all know, as we get older, the losses start to really accumulate, and you don't want more things to go away. You want things to come in. So it's a tough decision. But I love you very much, and you'll probably see me hanging out at animal shelters working with the animals. But thank you so much, and I love you all.
Yay. All right. Yay. Tim? Are you? All right. Tim, I think you have someone has some flowers.
They were actually right in front.
Oh, all the time. I don't get to see that from that direction. Okay, those are yours. Those are yours.
Oh, good. One more song. We get to hear one more song.
Southern sunshine.
Now we invite you all downstairs for a reception in honor of Barb. Join us for some food and drink.
Thank you
All right.
so much.